As it turns out, just about everybody, including the director of Loki, wants a crack at a film for Marvel Studios that involves Spider-Man. So let's talk about this and why I think this would be a good idea, assuming they stick with the whole multiverse concept, which I think they will. We can 100% guarantee we will get more Spider-Man films that star Tom Holland. 100% guarantee. Whether Marvel Studios is involved or not, who knows, but whatever they decide to do, I am 100% positive that they will make a spectacular decision on who will direct it. Some could even call it the ultimate decision, maybe even sensational, who knows. All we know that after his next entry in the MCU, Spider-Man is in for a brand new day in terms of his live action appearances. Okay, I'll stop. But we can all pretty much assume he will be back in black when he faces Venom, and then they go toe-to-toe, right? Right? We can all agree on that? Okay, anyway, so speaking with the playlist, recently, Loki director Kate Herron was asked about her dream projects, working on Loki, the multiverse, and all that, and if she was offered her dream project, what would it be? Well, she mentioned that working on a Spider-Man project would be a dream job. That's something she wants to do. She loves what Tom Holland has done and thinks that he is fantastic, and she's enjoyed his version of the character. But she did then follow up with the fact that this is all Kevin Feige's decision, and he's sort of like a timekeeper. He wants to throw something out there at random and see where it lands and what people do with it. That's what's going to happen, and you just wait for it, and you never know if it's going to be you. She says she doesn't control her destiny when it comes to Marvel, but she hopes to one day work on Spider-Man. And I think this is one of those things where she's putting this out there because if the rumors are true that Spider-Man will not continue to exist in the MCU the way we know him, aka Spider-Man is going to exist in Sony's universe, played by Tom Holland, and somehow connect to the MCU, most likely, and however they end up explaining the multiverse, I think it's safe to say that Sony could offer her the job. And since Disney will have some sort of hand in it, more than likely some production costs and revenue from box office because of that last deal, in a way she'll get to work on it. And I think it would be smart for Sony to literally poach people to work on the MCU version if they want to closely mimic and try to be adjacent to the MCU or whatever their plans are. Because why restart from the ground up like they had to for Venom when they changed director and the direction of what they were trying to do and the tone and feel? I mean, don't do that to Spider-Man again, because people will see through what you're trying to do, which was one of the major backlashes for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Everybody literally looked at it and said, you guys literally just did a 180 because of all the criticisms. You didn't try to fix anything with the first film, like the darker tones. You just said, brighter, friendly neighborhood, new suit, comics, crazy, right? Like, they were just kind of like, let's not explain anything. It's that type of thing you don't want. So I think she's just putting her name out there so Sony can see it, and who knows, maybe like John Watts, by the time this is done, she's impressed so many people that they announce, hey, Spider-Man 4 will happen in the MCU, and guess what? She's going to direct it, and it's also a giant multiverse film at that. And again, with the pedigree from Loki, it can probably be done with ease with both studios working together.